what's up, and welcome to DreKen Talk. I am your host, DreKen, and today we have one of our very own, Lynchburg's own, Mr. Caleb Snead from Heritage High School. What's going on, Caleb?
What's up, man? What's up?
And a whole lot, brother, man. Just watching you tear it up on the field week in and week out, man. How you been doing?
Third. I've been doing good, man. Just grinding every week, man. Trying to be intent throughout the week, up the game day. Just locked in.
Ready to go. That's what's up, man. And for y'all that don't know, which I know you know, Caleb graduated from Heritage High School. He's now attending Campbell University down in North Carolina. And man, I'm gonna tell you, I've given him a new nickname. The new nickname is the Type, short for prototype. The Type. Man, let's say Caleb, man, you getting a lot of buzz, man. Like just from people I've been talking to and hearing your name, man, and just what you've been doing on the field. Just talk to us a little bit just talk to us a little bit about, man, what you've been doing this year on the field, and then we're gonna take it back a little bit in a few minutes.
As you can see, man, like this year, I'm truly having a breakout year. Coming off back from injury. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting out the game for about 2 years. Like it just really like humbled me, and it really like made me really just mature a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I think my mental and just how I carry myself and everything that I learned throughout that process, like that's what's coming out on the field right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you've been that dog for forever. Ever since I remember you in Little League, man. I always used to tell him, like, yo, that boy right there, dog, he played with so much emotion. You was playing safety. You was playing safety. And I was like,
Yeah.
this dude gonna make it at the safety position. And
Yeah.
then you just started growing, and you kept growing, and you had an all-state season. I mean, a all-state career over at Heritage, man. Me personally, I don't think they threw you the ball enough. If they throw you the ball at least 20 more times, y'all probably win a state championship. So, man, I mean, that's just kudos to you. But, bro, just talk to us about, take it back to when you first started playing football. And like I said, we're going to come on up down the line from when Caleb started playing his first couple of years to who you've become now, a.k.a. Caleb Snead, a.k.a. The Type. That's who you are.
Yes, sir. So you want me to like kind of start back like Little League?
Yeah, take it all the way
Okay.
back. Yep.
Yeah. So it was like I remember it was a hot sunny day, and my mom was like, "Yeah, I signed you up for football," and I had been talking about it for a while, and so I was playing with the Timberlake Lions, and I was 6, and that was my like first team. I played a year there, and then I think that's when Coach Bateman had like asked my mom did I want to come play at Payne. So I had went to Payne, and that's where really my football career started at Payne. I played there for a number of years, and then kind of just moved on to Dunbar, and I started picking up that wide receiver position. Um, and I played a little bit of defense at Dunbar, not too much, but that's really when I started playing wide receiver. And like they had asked me, did I want to play quarterback? But I was like, I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be scoring the touchdown. So, that's where it started. And like playing with, Pablo and Ty Tracy, Dante, all them dudes, looking up to them like they helped me grow into the player I am now too. Like, and they don't even really know it. Like they taught me so much. Like I'm sitting back as a 6th grader, like even on the basketball team, like, and just watching them how they work, like how serious they took the game, like how much they grinded together. That bond, like that really showed me a lot about the game at a young age. So, and at Dunbar, I think I had a pretty good year for real. Like my senior year, well, my 8th grade year at Dunbar, I led the team in touchdowns or whatever, and that was pretty cool because I had never done that.
Yeah.
And I'm playing with cats like Tone, you feel me? Like cats that scoring the rock, Kirk. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. And then when I got the Heritage, so my 9th grade year, I got the Heritage, and that was when I really started. Straight up, it was strictly receiver, and like I kept growing, and I never really thought I was truly like honestly like at a young age I never had like that crazy confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always like kind of questioning myself a little bit. And I don't know, like, but I would always make plays, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, that just kind of like kept me going. And actually, like after my 9th grade year, like I was gonna stop playing football. And
Yeah.
I had quit, like I wasn't playing no more, and like I was gonna strictly focus on basketball.
Uh-huh.
And my dad, like, he just kept talking to me, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you don't want to go down one path. And it's crazy because like look where I am now. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to Amy and JD Snead, no doubt, no doubt.
For real. So like, you know, for real, like that's what really like saved me on the football route, because I really like had it in my mind that I didn't want to play it no more. Like
Yeah.
I just wanted to play basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially I had got hurt. I think I had a like fracture my collarbone or something my freshman year, and I had to sit out the whole year.
Yeah.
So just that, like I was like, man, I ain't trying to keep getting hurt. Like I want to be playing. So, but yeah, so then my 10th grade year, I played JV, and that went pretty well. We had a decent season. It wasn't too good, like I had been used to, but it was what it was. And towards the latter part of that season, I started getting a little bit of playing time on varsity, and like just being in that environment, you know what I'm saying, as a sophomore or freshman, it's big, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Major for the confidence.
yeah. And so I got in at safety a little bit, you know, playing for Heritage or whatever. My 10th grade year, I made a couple of tackles or whatnot, and that was pretty cool. But then my junior year, that's when, you know, I was up on varsity. I was starting at receiver. I had a good spring with 7-on-7, you know, a great summer grinding. And that's when I really broke out at receiver. And it was crazy. It's like Carrington got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really had like a true quarterback throwing me the ball back there.
That's facts. That's facts.
And like, you know what I'm saying? I still stuck with it though. Like I grinded, and you know, I still was, you know, putting up numbers week in and week out for real. And that junior season, like when I started, you know, really realizing like, okay, I can do this. Like I was going against guys like, you know, Devon Graves, former 4-star.
Yep.
You know, I was going against them.
Yeah.
And I was giving it to them, you know. Shout out to them though. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what really gave me that confidence. And I was just like, you know, that's when I was like, okay, like hopefully the offers start coming in, you know what I'm saying? And like I was talking to a bunch of schools, and like, you know, Tech, UVA, JMU, like they was all coming to see me, NC State, Wake Forest, Towson, William and Mary, Richmond, you know, all the local schools.
Yeah.
But nobody offered. And Campbell, you know, they came through, they offered me. So, you know, that was my only offer. So, you know, I took that, you know,
Which
going
was
into
ridiculous, and I'm still mad about that. But you know, that's a whole nother subject. But that wasn't your fault. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, ended up committing. I was like the first commit in my class in 2017 to Campbell, you know, the first scholarship class.
Mm-hmm.
So going into my senior year, like, you know, I'm locked in for real. Like, I'm thinking, you know, this is about to be the year. Like, we're going to win out. You feel me? I'm going to go crazy. And, like, subconsciously, back then, you know, I was hoping that more offers would come through. Yeah. And, you know, things happened in the quarterback room. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. I didn't really get to have the season I wanted, but still made plays, still had fun. And, you know, got to Campbell, and what's crazy is like getting to Campbell, like I was like 179 when I first got here.
Yeah.
Because I was never really like a big dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me stop you right there before you get to Campbell, because we're gonna get to that, because man, I've been looking at some numbers and I've been looking at some film, and we'll get to that. But in high school, what some people might not know, like you was an all-state basketball player too, right? All-state basketball player, and yeah, you were about to play strictly basketball. And I remember that, and I remember like, man, this kid right here, he needs to be on that football field. I know he loved basketball, but a 6'4", 3-man compared to a 6'4" wide receiver, I just knew. I mean, that's what it's going to be. 6'4" wide receiver going to win out every time, because it's more 6'4". 6'4" guards are usually point guards. You see what I'm saying? So, and
I want no point guard. And I tell people about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want to play no daggone point guard. Like, I'm trying to play shoot guard or something.
You want to get it in, no doubt. But yeah, man, like I said, you like the two sports, and that's a lesson. I'm glad that you said that, because you get these kids that's just playing one sport and they just one-dimensional, and if football or basketball don't work out for them, they don't have the other one to go on. So, man, your dad, shout out to your mom and dad for helping you get back focused and them seeing the bigger picture. But as you got, once you went to Tech, I remember seeing your clips from Virginia Tech. When you went up there and you scorched them boys, I remember calling Coach Foster and like, yo, Coach Foster, you gotta offer him. You gotta offer him. Coach Foster like, Andre, I'm standing on the table for him. I want him. I remember him telling me that. I'm like, yo, Coach, I promise you. I'm like, if you don't get him, Coach, if y'all play him, he gonna do y'all dirty. I promise you. And I remember telling him that. So you go to Campbell, and tell us how your first couple of years was there.
So boom, I get to Campbell, June 2017. You know, in the first 8 weeks I'm there, I put on like 10 pounds. Like I went from 179, I was like $190, probably like pushing like 195 for real. I was feeling good, you know what I'm saying? And then, but I also knew going into that year, like we were the first scholarship class. So we weren't in they were still in the Pioneer Football League, which is a non-scholarship league in Division I. And we was moving to the Big South. So we couldn't play in the Pioneer Football League because we were on scholarship. So we had to redshirt that first year.
Wow.
And so boom, get to 2018, redshirt freshman, you know, coming in, this is my first year on the field. So that year it started out, I mean, it was my first year on the field. So I was rotating a little bit with guys. And I wasn't really playing as much in the first half of the season. It's like I was starting and I was playing most of the game, but I wasn't staying in like I am now. You know what I'm saying? That go-to guy.
You want the feature guy like you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So first couple of games, I ain't gonna lie, like it was a little slow, but I always knew, I was like, man, like when I really get out here for real, like they're not gonna really be able to mess with me. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew I could take control for real. And towards the later part of that season, you know, that started happening. I was, you know, declared, you know, the actual starter, you know, where I was playing on the outside. You know, it's two starters. My boy Block, he was a senior, he was playing on the other side. You know, I always looked up to him. And what's crazy is like, I'll get to what I was about to say in a minute, because that's this year. But so yeah, like I started playing, you know, my redshirt freshman year towards the later part of the season. I started snapping a little bit, you know, and I ended up finishing my redshirt freshman year. Like I led every category out of all the freshmen in the country. So I ended up like first team freshman All-American. And, you know, that was pretty good for me. Like I came from Lynchburg, VA, one offer to first team freshman All-American. Like, you know what I'm saying? So going into my next year, I had went up to like I was like 220 almost. Like I was big, dude. Like I'm walking around this thing like swole. Like
yo, I saw you.
Yeah. So like that second year, my sophomore year, I was on pace to like do about the same. That first year I finished like 890 or 810 yards or whatever, like something like that.
Yeah.
And I had like 9 TDs. And I was on pace to do about the same thing my second year, but that year I ended up getting hurt. So I broke like 2 bones in my hand against Kennesaw at the end of October. And then the week before that, I had like landed on my tailbone bad, like in a weird way against North Alabama. But I had got better from that. But when I broke my hand, like I wasn't gonna be able to play no more. Yeah. And I actually finished that game, like they was trying to bring me out. And I finished that game. I scored a touchdown with that hand broke. And when I was at the doctor the next day, like, I mean, I'm talking like, you see like my hand, like it was a lump like this big, like it was bad, swole. So, you know, that's how my second year ended. I ended up playing 7 games that year, or 7.5 games that year. Yeah. Finished with like 560 yards, something like that, 6 TDs. I was having a decent year. Then the COVID year came right after. So, okay, well, before I get to that, I got to go through the injury. So coming off of the broken hand, you know, I was cleared like end of December, early January, coming back when the spring semester starting. So we were maxing on power cleans, and like I moved weight in the weight room, no cap. Like I was cleaning like 330, you know what I'm saying?
Big numbers.
And I had just got like 315 or something like that, and I was about to go to 330. I was like, I need one more, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hyped. So
Feeling it.
I cleaned it. And what's crazy is on the clean, I actually sprained my wrist too. So I sprained my wrist and my like foot had ended up slipping because it was a lot of weight. Like I guess I just couldn't handle it. My foot had slipped and I had ended up on one knee. So me with the bar like this on one knee, I actually started to stand up with the bar like this, like trying to finish my clean. Everybody started going crazy, but I couldn't get it up. I threw it down. So boom, like I'm straight, but my wrist was hurting. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, so I just wrapped it up, finished the lift. So like an hour later, I was in a night class. I'm sitting in class and like out of nowhere, like my hip, like in my groin, like it was just throbbing. Like Andre, I'm talking about like worse than like anything I ever felt. Like I couldn't even like how I'm talking right now. I had to speak at like the lowest tone, you know what I'm saying? As if people sleeping in the room, like, or it would hurt. Like I couldn't laugh. You was about to say something?
I said, you said hurt to talk.
Oh yeah, like it hurt to do anything. So I'm sitting in the chair like I can't move, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I tell my teacher like, yo, I gotta go get checked out. So I call my trainer or whatever. She comes see me and like she like, okay, boom. So we set up an appointment like the next day, go to the doctor. We didn't get an MRI, we only got an X-ray. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? So get an X-ray. I mean, of course, like it's straight.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. And this is like January. So like, you know, it's fast forward 3 months. I've been hobbling and skipping, you still feel me, like grinding, icing like 3 times a day, trying to get through the days. I'm like, man, what the world? Like my body breaking down or something. Yeah. Not knowing that whole power clean incident made me tear my labrum. So fast forward to May, I'm like, Mom, like I just came back from working out. This was in quarantine, you know, when COVID hit. Yeah. And I came back from working out at like one of the Liberty intramural fields. I'm like, man, like, bruh, I barely did anything. And like my whole leg, like it's just hurting all in my groin still. So I went and ended up getting an MRI in Lynchburg, completely torn. Wow. Been on it for 3 months, torn like that. You know, it was so bad I couldn't even go up the steps, like one step. Yeah. Sharp pain. So get surgery in June. Come back to Campbell last July 2020. Started my rehab process in Lynchburg and then, you know, carried on with it once I got back. And I honestly had ended up going up from like, I was like 205 when I got surgery. Man, I gained like 15 pounds laying in the bed, eating mama's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, eating mama's cooking every day, 3 times a day, just laying in the bed. I ended up going to like 220. Like my face was big. Like, so yeah, man, that joint was crazy. So like once I was able to like start working out and running again, you know, I lost that weight like it wasn't nothing. And then really, man, like I ain't gonna lie, man, like really tearing that labrum in my hip, man, like I use that every day, man, just to cut, just to run. Like, you know, to this day, you know, like I still remember what it felt like, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to do nothing. So that's why I'm just so grateful now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't take none of that stuff for granted. I don't take whether it's a loss or win, you feel me, success or failure. Like, I take it all in as it is because, like, man, this joke can get took from you like that.
Yes, it can. And like, go ahead.
And I was out of the game, bro, for 16 months, like, having to watch. And what's crazy
was that like? That's what I wanted. That's what I was, the next question. What was the thought process with that? Because nowadays, I mean, you're going to be an inspiration to a lot of kids that watch this or a lot of athletes because you went from an all-star year leading all freshmen to back-to-back injuries and kind of, you know. So talk to us about your mind state at that point and what brought you out of it.
So I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when the hand happened, I was just like, okay, you know, it is what it is. Like, whatever, things happen. You know, I come back, I'm ready, I'm juiced up. And the hip happened. And then, you know, I'm thinking it's okay. And then getting to May, I'm like, well, the season in August. It's May. And most surgeries take at least 4 months, 3-4 months. I'm like, bro, like, come on. So I ain't gonna lie, like I had tears when I found out, you know, I'm telling my mom, I'm like, dang. So boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, like, it was bad. Like I couldn't eat, like I couldn't sleep. Like, and this is after surgery. Like I'm back at Campbell during the season. You know what I'm saying? I gotta watch. Like I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. Like I didn't want to go to class. And I had got hit with quarantine because one of my roommates had ended up getting COVID. So I was in my room every day.
Yeah.
Man, being up in this room, these walls, man, I was in my head. Like I can't lie. Like I used to call my mom, my dad, my best friend, you feel what I'm saying? Just like tell them all the time. Like I'm just going through it. And I really did have thoughts like, man, I didn't think I was going to be able to get back to where I was or even past that. Like I couldn't see it because like if people knew like the pain, like I mean, I completely tore it. Like they showed me the pictures before. Like when I went to go get surgery, they had to go in and flush everything out because it was so bad in there. Just they couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And like I seen the after. Like that thing stitched up, man. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like I never thought I'd get back to where I was, and that was the most like depressing thing for a while. And like I just had so much like curiousness or like anxiety about it. Like I don't really know how to explain it. You know, it was just a bad feeling. But what brought me out of it was realizing why everything happened. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was just getting closer to God. Like honestly, like it kind of sounds cliche, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like it's the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to realize that getting success like that early, you know, it kind of shifted my ways of thinking a little bit in my head, which I could see it going downhill, especially in that second year, things won't going how I wanted it to go. And I was thinking that I needed to be things that I weren't. And I also, like he just had to sit me down, like take things away from me so I could get myself right. I wasn't right myself, like as far as maturity, like that's the best way to put it. Being mature, like a way of thinking. Like I wasn't there yet. Yeah. And like for me to be able to succeed and get what I'm destined to get through God, like so I can do what I need to do to affect people, like that had to happen.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like God set me down to fix me and mold me into a different man or a different person, you know what I'm saying? So that I could flourish in what I'm doing.
And not only did he do that for you, bro, he gave you a testimony and a story to tell because he using you to talk to these younger adults, man. I mean these younger kids. They know who you are. They see you. They see the pictures. They see the stats. They know who you are. So, you know, sometimes we gotta get pulled back for us, you know, and get right and get molded and everything so you can be that vessel. And what you are a great one at that. So keep going.
For sure. And like, let me think where I want to go with it. So like, I mean,
so basically once you
what I'm trying to
everything, talk to us about like, how you came out.
Okay, so like when I came out of it, you know, I had got closer to God and I had figured out every single thing that I was doing wrong or that was wrong with me or that he just needed to fix, basically, you know what I'm saying? And coming out of it, it was during the spring, I had ended up getting cleared back in March. Got cleared like the second week of spring ball. And so as soon as I got cleared, I started practicing. Non-contact at first, but like at first, like immediately, like I could definitely see the difference. Like, I mean, just through all the rehab that I had already been through, like, man, like my range of motion, my speed went up, like, you know. And speaking on that, like this past Saturday against JMU, I hit like 21-4, like on my 67-yard touchdown.
That's wheels, bro. That's wheels.
Hey, I was spotted, hey, but like that's just like they told me like that I was gonna have more range of motion, like that it was just gonna be like brand new and like I can feel it, man. Like, and it's just a blessing. Like I don't really know how to like do anything other than thank God. Like this is a blessing because if I go back a year from now, like I didn't see all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see it. I ain't see it. And God, he got a plan. And one thing that I can take from that is like, God got what he got for you. You know what I'm saying? And nothing can change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay true to yourself and stay close to him.
Yep.
And you're gonna be all right, man.
You're right about that, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like that's inspirational because not only, like I said, you went from coming out the gate smoking, then you was hit with adversity, and then the way that you came out of it. I mean, and people say, it may be like you said, it may be cliche, but you never really learn. Like, people find God when they go through things. You know what I'm saying? People really understand and feel his power when you go through things. I mean, because when everything's hunky-dory, yeah, you thank God for everything that's going on. But when you struggling and he give you a vision and he show you what's good and it come to fruition, then you ain't got no other choice but to be like, praise God, man. So, that we understand. That's we know. Where your strength comes from, and that's a beautiful thing. So now we are here at this present day, man, and I'm going to tell you like this. You know me, I'm like this. I got some friends in a lot of different places. And you know me. Check out my boy Caleb Snead down at Campbell, all right? That's what I told him. Run it down. 63 receptions this year, which is a Campbell record, right?
Yes, sir.
10 touchdowns, which is tied for a Campbell record. Your own record, right?
Yes, sir. Okay. No, it's my boy's record. So
yep.
My boy Block.
You tied your own record for catches last week, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I beat my own record for catches. So I had 11 last week, and my previous record was 10.
So 11 catches for 198 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. Insane monster numbers. 964 yards receiving, lead the whole Big East. Now, when I just asked, what you think about him? The guy, he's put several NFL plays. He's a consultant. You know what I'm saying? He talked. And I just asked him just to give me a grade, man. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm not telling you this, but I know this is going to make you work even harder. You have an audience now, bro. You have attention. You 6'4", 210, 215 pounds, 4'5" guy, 4'5", 4'4" guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you got big hands. You play basketball. You got great ball skills. And, bro, your stock is rising, man. Just tell us just what is it? What is that switch that clicked for you this year, man? Because you lead in everything.
Honestly, man, like, and what's crazy is like I was talking about this with my coach the other day. Like, sometimes, like, I think that all right. So what I was talking to my coach about was, I see that in a lot of people, like, everybody has their own way of getting into that zone. You know what I'm saying? Whether they got to do something or, they got a ritual they do it on game day, or, how I think of it is like, I don't really need that, because when I step on, like, at a young age, my dad told me, well, one day he saw me running suicides. I kid you not. And like, I won't come in first. Like, I was in the back kind of chilling, like suicides, whatever. I was young. After practice, he pulled me to the side. He was like, why you wasn't running hard on them suicides? You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I mean, they just suicides. Like, why would I run hard on suicides? I'm going to just get more tired. That's my way of kid thinking. Mm-hmm. He was like, man, like, if you're going to do something, like, you don't never do it to be mediocre, be average, be behind anybody. You want to be in front all the time. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And he told me, like, when you're on that field, like, it's yours. Yeah. And when you're on that court, it's yours. You should feel like you're the best player on the field at all times.
Yes, sir.
And not just speaking to me, but like just as a way of thinking, a way of confidence. You know what I'm saying? And like
being a great dad, that's what he was doing.
Yeah. Yep. And like ever since then, like, it's been, I mean, part of it is all I know is sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I've done since I was 6, 5. If you thinking about soccer, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I've ever done. And I just love sports. And like, that's how I express myself. That's where I let out my emotion. You know what I'm saying? Because off the field, I'm a real chill, laid back guy,
No doubt.
And, I'm still a goofy dude like I used to be in the old days, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, man. I just get into this mode. Like, I take it so seriously. I take it so passionately. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. Like when it's time for football, it's time for football, and I don't want to talk about nothing else. I don't want to think about nothing else. And I mean, guys are literally like, it could be game day, it could be practice, anything. Like if you're not talking to me about football, I won't respond to you.
No doubt.
And I don't got no magic definition for it. All I know is that, you know, when this business is, it's time for business.
Yeah.
And like I love football, you know what I'm saying? And I have fun with it, but I just love the grind, man. Like week in and week out, I feel like if I have a great week of practice and I prepare throughout the week the right way and I attack everything, I don't cut no corners. When I'm in the weight room, I do every rep, like I do +1. You know what I'm saying? I do one more every rep. You know what I'm saying? If I see trash on the ground, like it's little things, man. Like if I do everything right throughout the week, I know that on Saturday it's gonna be fun. Everything gonna be easy because I put in the work the whole week. And it's just, you know, for that mindset, man, it's just a mode.
Yeah.
Get in that mode. It's that switch, and it's always on, man. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm out here,
bro. That's the difference right there. Like your mentality, like physically, you match up better. You match up just as good as better as anybody out there physically. But what I think what separates you is that mindset, man. Because you playing, like I've been watching you. I mean, I've been watching some of your games, man. Not just your little film. I've been watching your games because like I said, I'm gonna see for myself. I feel like I know football. I'm gonna check my guy out, man. And you can tell. And when you run your routes, and when you catch the ball, and when you make plays, you don't say nothing to the DB. But that look you give him, and with that swag walk off, they know what time it is, man. You playing at an all-time confident level, man. It's just like you looking at these dudes like, yo, they can't do nothing with me. Like, Jam, you supposed to be the #1 team in the country for CAA or top whatever team in the CAA, and you ate on them. I mean, you made them look crazy, and they supposed to be one of the best players out there. But like everything is beautiful for us, you know, your upbringing, you as an athlete. But let's just talk about your family, man. You have a great family, great mom and dad. You got little brothers coming along. I know he watching Big Bruh, so, you know, Landon the coolest dude, dancing machine is what I used to call him. Landon was the coolest dude ever, man. And, like, he's you, man. Just talk to us about mom, pops, your family, little bruh, and all that stuff, man.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. God blessed me with a great family, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like and it's crazy because I didn't really realize until I kind of got older. Like I always had what I needed and I ain't never have to worry about nothing. But I didn't really realize until I got to college and I moved out the house and I got to see different things. I got to experience different people coming from different places. You know what I'm saying? Like I really was blessed with great parents. And not only blessed with the things I needed or the things I wanted, but how they brought me up and what they taught me. And you know, as far as the things from the littlest manners, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had that since I was in kindergarten.
Yes, you have.
Because I was able to speak, like, and me not knowing at a young age that, man, that stuff, it's guys that are my age. People that are I'm 22 years old. It is people that are my age that I see all the time that don't have things as little as like those little manners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
speaking to everybody. Treating everybody the same. Like it's just people that wasn't taught that. You know what I'm saying? And like I was taught like how to respect people, how to do this, you know, how to handle certain situations. You know what I'm saying? If I handled a certain situation like this and lashed out, you know, okay, boom, my dad gonna talk to me, say, man, like you gotta handle like this. You gotta carry yourself like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just and then my mom, like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's nobody that listen. Everybody's supposed to love you the same. And the way my mom loved me and my little brother is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like she just showed that unconditional love for real. And like was just always willing to do anything for us.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And in any type of situation, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what it is. Like if I need it or if I want it or if I needed to do this, like it was gonna get done. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Them coming to every single game, like they don't miss a game.
No doubt.
Like just, I mean, I just had a great childhood. I can't complain about anything, man. Like they just raised me the right way. And you know, my little brother the same way, man. He a nice little goofy kid, like to dance. Mm-hmm. You know, as he gets older though, he becomes more reserved, you know, that as I observe him, you know what I'm saying? But he's still that goofy kid, you know. He ain't the same as he used to be though, because when he was younger, man, he'd be in everybody's face.
It was the life of the games wherever
And
we was
what?
at.
Used to be dancing all the time,
Yes,
but
he was. He made the news and everything, Boogie. Yeah. But man, like I said, man, that's the thing about it, man. Being appreciative, the respect thing, like the respect that you have for people, the way you were brought up. Today's game, those two things kind of don't match no more, man. Like you might have some great receivers, but their manners is on zero. You know, you might have the best player of the year, but he talking trash and all that. And I've learned this, man, from T.O. While you doing your thing, man, people gonna love you because they need you. But it's the way you treat people along the way when they need you is how they gonna treat you after the fact. And bro, I'm telling you, I'm 100% in my mind, man, and I'm not just telling you this, and I'm not trying to jinx nothing. But as long as if it's the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, you're gonna get drafted. I don't think it's just gonna be a free agent. You're gonna get your shot regardless. But I really think that you're gonna get drafted, man. And to come from where you came from and to go through what you went through and to be having this realistic goal, like this obtainable goal right in front of you, man, it got to be exciting for you. And I know you ain't even thinking about it really for real, for real. I mean, I'm sure it's in the back of your mind, but you having fun. And it shows on the football field, man. So just talk to us about some of your aspirations for that next level.
man, you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I do want to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, that's my lifetime goal.
Yeah.
But that's not where I want to stop either. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, I don't I kind of do it in steps. You know what I'm saying? I can't be thinking about the NFL while I'm in high school, and I can't be thinking about the league every game in college. You know what I'm saying? I got to take everything at one time. And you know, in high school, my ultimate goal was to play Division One. It didn't matter what it was. I just wanted to play Division One. I wanted to, you know, prove to myself that I was good enough to get there. Once I got there, then a whole new wave of uncertainty and questions hit you. You know what I'm saying? Because you see all these cats that's been playing for a long time. You like, man, I don't know if I'm good enough.
Yeah.
And so, boom. Now I've been proved to myself that I'm good enough. You know what I'm saying? And I've did everything, you know, along my journey up to this point to give myself the confidence that you see me play with. You know, and now, you know, I I truly do believe that I'm good enough to play in the NFL and not just make it there. Like with hard work, you know what I'm saying, and improving my game, like getting more knowledge. Like I'm addicted to that. Like the type of guys that's like you'll check them or like you'll tell them this and be like, hey, like if you know add this or if you do this, some dudes will take that personal and be like, bro, why are you telling me about? Man, look, if you see me do something wrong, tell me right now.
Oh, no doubt.
Let me know. Like tell me anything that I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm addicted to, and I think that's what's going, you know, prove like longer success in the league once you get there. Because once you get there, you know, you want to take up as much knowledge as you can from all them guys that's going to be around you, especially, I mean, them guys that's been playing in the league for a while, because it's a different game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, like, you know, it's been a long lifetime goal to make it to the league. And I really do want to be like, honestly, like it sounds crazy, but I want to be one of the greats one day. Honestly. Like, and I ain't scared to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I
And that's
want
not
to.
far fetched for you, man. Because like I said, I've been watching you since you was a little. And like I said, I always used to tell everybody, like, yo, that kid played with so much emotion, man. That kid you got it. And then once your body and everything grew into everything, and now you have this mentality where, like, you on all cylinders, man. Like you got the right mindset. It's in your mind, but it ain't the most important thing in your mind. You practicing patience, patience. Seldom followed by the multitude, man. And you are showing that patience. You're showing that faith and everything. And like I said, man, you killing them on the field, bro. Like you got the best numbers in the Big South. And like we ain't talking about no pushover stuff, man. You putting up for real deal numbers. And if you look at it, I think what you guys played 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had 100 yards a game, bro. That's sick. That's sick for on any level. 100 yards a game is sick on any level, man. And for you to be doing that as a D1 athlete, man, it's phenomenal. So
I appreciate that.
I know you got a lot of work and other stuff that you want to be doing, man. And I know you ain't done yet. But before we get up out of here, I want you to give everybody your Twitter handles. Give them your Instagram, all that stuff where they can reach you. Because I'm about this, man. When I bring you on this show, I'm gonna present you to somebody. I'm trying to find some chicken for you, bro. I'm gonna keep.
I appreciate that.
I'm looking around, and just like Magnuson, whoever, DreKen, whoever, la. Yo, what you think about him? Yo, they love NILs too, man. And so if anybody out there you want a great person to represent your company, look no further than this man right here, man, because he's been through it all. He's battled adversity. He's handled success. And it's only up from here. And I'm telling you, like I told him with Chris, you better get him while he cheat right now, because when the next year, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, and I firmly believe in that. And I'm not just saying that. I know football. I know talent. And like I said, I know you're going to do your thing. But in closing, man, give us your handles, how they can get in contact with you if they need to, if some things need to go down or somebody's trying to do business with you. And also just take us out how you want to take us out, man, what you want us to know.
Okay. Yeah, so starting off, my Twitter is 64savage. So it'll be like you spell out 6, you put FO and then Savage. On Instagram, I'm Caleb, but it's C and then it's a number 8 and then LEBB. And that's all I got is Twitter and Insta. And then if you want, this is my phone number, 434-841-3944. You can call or text me. Caleb, I want to close out.
The ladies gonna be calling you now, man. Don't blame it on me, bro. Don't blame it on me, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, but man, how I want to close it, man. Honestly, man, just like appreciate you, hitting me up and allowing me to come on here and chop it over with you, man, and share my story. Cause like at the end of the day, like I'm always down to inspire whoever and tell them about, the things that I've went through, because honestly, like the things that I've went through and how I was molded and how I came out of it, like you will never experience something like that unless you actually go through it. So, just being able to, tell people that, especially guys that are dealing with injuries, you know what I'm saying, or going through things like that, like, listen to this podcast, listen to the story, and at the end of the day, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So,
no doubt. Hey, man, this has been my dog, Caleb Snead, Campbell University, leading the Big South and receiving. Hey, again, we're going to make sure that all your handles are up for you. And if we hear anything, man, like I said, it's all love. We all about promoting, not just our kids. I'm gonna promote the 434 to I got to know people everywhere. And I'm battling all like, yo, listen, man, I got some dogs over here. I bring them down to wherever you want to go. We can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I had that confidence and I had that belief in y'all, man. But man, like I said, bro, like y'all know his handles. I'm gonna put his handles up. If you ever want to get in contact with him, I'll have all that stuff up. But man, this has been Caleb Snead and DreKen for DreKen Talk. Caleb, I appreciate you, man, and nothing but success and good luck for you. Again, you better come get him now. He will remember you if you come now. You better get him now while he's not as expensive. With that being said, it's DreKen Talk, Caleb Snead, Campbell, the #1 receiver in the Big South. I'm claiming him a draft pick. We out.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate you.
All right, my G.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
You, y'all. Thank you guys for watching DreKen Talk. Be on the lookout for more exclusive content. Like, share, subscribe. DreKen Talk out.